Hi, I'm Mike Bouris from Yellow Brick Road Wealth Advisors. Unfortunately, we find ourselves confronted once again with the prospect of another rate rise. 25 basis points, 50 basis points, whatever it will be, but it's going to happen tomorrow, Melbourne Cup Day 2009. I know, and I guess you probably know by now, that the mandate of the Reserve Bank is to control inflation. And if the data indicates to them that inflation is getting out of control, then their mandate determines that they must increase interest rates to manage it. That's called monetary policy. Basically what that means is they turn the lever up, that is turn interest rate up when the inflation's going beyond where they want it to be, or they can turn the lever down, reduce interest rates when they want to stimulate growth. They just finished a turning down, that is stimulate growth process, and that's been going on for 12 months. They've started to turn it up again. And by the way, it is a little unfair to lay all the blame at the feet of the Reserve Bank. But their mandate relates to what the data indicates to them. And data, of course, is historical. It's a matter of record. It's only what has happened. It doesn't necessarily tell you what will happen. What this video is about is trying to get you, the punters, the people who are affected by interest rate rises, to tell them your version of what you think will happen. How much will an interest rate rise hurt you? We are still in the midst of fragile times. Things are still difficult, very, very tentative. We're not taking off. Certainly in the small business territory, and certainly for mortgage holders. There may be small pockets of industry that are doing particularly well, but generally speaking, that doesn't seem to me to be the sentiment at the moment. Small businesses in general have not actually benefited from the low interest rate regime that we've enjoyed over the last 12 months. Small businesses are still paying very, very high interest rates. What's just happened is that the margins or the spreads is just adjusted outwards. So for an interest rate rise to come about now means that small businesses will be paying even greater amounts. And there's 3.5 million small businesses in this country, and they all employ someone apart from themselves. They are an intrinsic, important, fundamental part of our framework. Another rate rise will take the confidence out of the small business sector, not to mention the mortgage holder sector. Now, these small business guys, every morning of their life, pick themselves up by their shirt collars, dust themselves off, and go out there and produce. They're a very important part of the production system in this country. And we can't keep knocking them around with interest rate increases. So if you've got some views on what should happen in this environment, please feed back to me. In February 2008, and again in May in 2008, I did video presentations on this exact topic, where once again I addressed consumers, borrowers, small businesses, and asked them to give me feedback about what they thought the effect of an interest rate rise would be in those times. Now, we had a rate rise in February, and I think we had another one in May. The response that I got, generally speaking, was that would be the straw that will break the camel's back. Well, guess what? 6 months later, after those interest rate rises in February and May, 6 months later, we had some of the largest rate reductions that this country's ever seen. We are now enjoying one of the best interest rate periods we've seen in 50 years as a result of those rate reductions. The question is, did we need those rate rises in February and May in 2008? My view, we didn't. It doesn't make any difference. They happened. But what I would hate to see happen once again is we fall into the same position. Do you think that the economy is going so well, particularly in your particular microeconomy where you might be working, do you think the economy is going so well that we need to control inflation, so much so that we need to put interest rates up? If you want to have your say, email me at feedback@ybr.com.au. Tell me what your views are, and I will undertake that I will pass on the views to the relevant authorities, let them know what everyone in Australia thinks. I welcome your views no matter what they are. Even if you disagree with me, tell me. We'd like to know what the sentiment is out there. Thank you.